So, gorgeouses, I'm Kai Clifford, your spiritual guide and energy alchemist, and let's talk about happiness and how happiness isn't the end result that we all think it is. So, I am a big follower of the path work. They're deeply involved, in-depth spiritual teachings that teaches on the psychological law of reality, how psychological law is God's law, spiritual law, and it's biblically sound and actually teaches about the afterlife and about God and about prayer, and it's channeled through one of God's spirits. Now, a lot of people in Christianity and things like that, they'll hear that and say, oh, keep away from all of that, which keep away from some of it, because most things that people channel are not of the divine. But this actually teaches you that to very, very careful what you hear, and that we are meant to be having contact with God's world, and that the more sincere you are to try to find the answers in your own life, the more spiritual help you receive. And so it outlines so many amazing things. And one of them is about self-fulfillment, happiness. And I've been rereading, because I've been through the 258 lectures in it. Hi, Beth, welcome. I've been through these lectures in the Pathwork a good 2 or 3 times now, and there's 258 lectures. And I haven't just read them. I've fully studied them and done the inner work, the emotional work to excavate my emotions and transform myself as I've been doing it. So I'm coming back around again to one of the most important topics for me personally, and I think for a lot of people, which is happiness. Now, I am queen of instant gratification. I do not have very good willpower to delay my gratification. It's just how that is. And in fact, it has been a bit of a roadblock in my life, but I've still get up and I still teach and I still share and I still transform lives, and I transform my own life as I go. Now, what does it mean by happiness is a link in a chain? What it means is that when we're so... And it's not just like, okay, so let me restart that. What it means is that we often think that we want good for others, and we might think that we do. But if you really get deep down in your emotions, in your unconscious mind, you'll often find that you want good for them as long as it doesn't impede anything in your own good. As long as you don't have to go out of your way, sacrifice your time, sacrifice anything in your life, as long as you get what you want and you can be really happy, then you want them to be happy too. And you hope that they can get what they want. And some people obviously don't even have that. But a lot of the time, emotionally, we don't care as much for other people's happiness as we think we do. And this has been my big problem. Like, I genuinely care deeply about people's happiness. Like, I literally got into being a healer because I had PTSD. Hi, Bubby, welcome. Because I had PTSD, like technically CPTSD, social anxiety, chronic health issues. I was a basket case. And when I found this healing technique that actually works and isn't just like being zapped with energy, you're doing an emotional psychology where you're releasing trauma from your body, you're understanding yourself on the deepest levels, which is incidentally what the pathwork teaches you. The whole spiritual growth path is about getting to know your true motivations, why you do things, how you really feel deep down, and not just on the surface levels. And I got into it because I was so thrilled. My life had turned from a living nightmare a lot of the time into freedom and feeling confident, and actually like not being like, if I bumped up against someone else through some negative incident, I wouldn't just lose my stuff. I wouldn't just lose it. I wouldn't get emotionally crippled. I wouldn't go into sensitivity, outrage. I can now just be very calm, kind, and loving. And this is because of the energy work that I've done, because of the self-search, because of all of that. And so very early on, I was like, I have to share this with people. And so that's what I've been doing over the last 14 years. I've helped thousands of people around the world to heal, like literally chronic health issues that the doctor said they'll be sick with forever. Hysterectomies I've saved clients from, where the doctor said they'd have to have one due to immense womb cramps. They work with me. We connect to the voice of the womb, which isn't some weird woo-woo thing. Who cares if it's woo-woo? Your womb is literally speaking to you. Or your back pain, your jaw pain, your anxiety. It's all got a message for you, and it's a consciousness. It's a personality. And I know how to tap into it, and I actually get the message from whatever your womb or your sciatica or your foot pain or your MS or whatever it is, your anxiety, your overwhelm is trying to tell you. And then you can have an actual intelligent conversation with it, use the other side of the method to dissolve it. And then guess what? You open up and you become so strong inside. Hi, Beth. Gonna go back to the beginning now. I need to see this from the beginning so I won't be here in real time. Well, actually, I just came on. You just came on just as I started, so I hope you're still here because I literally just started. I'm just talking about happiness is a link in a chain. And what we do is we want happiness, right? Now, just bear with me because it's going to sort of sound bit simple, but simplicity is key. We have to go back to basics. Like we're all looking for happiness. We're all, and often we'll find it in that drink or in that clothes shopping or, even spending time with our family is great and things like that. But when it really comes down to it, what we need to do to be happy is to find out what we desire, which, we generally know, find out what we desire, but also what we've already received. What did you used to desire that you now have? Or what have you always had? And then, now this part's really important. This is the key that everything's based around. You've got to find out how can you give what you want and what you have to others. So for me, I want freedom. I want money and I want freedom so that I can do what I want. So like I don't just want money. If I think I want money, well, it's like, okay, well, why do I want money? Well, so I have the freedom to do whatever I want. And so I have to look at myself and go, okay, well, fortunately, there's something I'm very good at and very gifted at doing is how can I give others the freedom to be able to do what they want? And now with my work, it's great with manifestation. So clients come to me sometimes for business success, releasing fear of judgment, for visibility success, or healing chronic anxiety, healing chronic pain, anything in the way of your success. And then multiple areas get healed at the same time. This is what happens when you go in and you clear your subconscious blocks, your programs on a real level, not just like being zapped with energy or not just like mentally going through it, but using this dynamic process that I share, which by the way, I do teach 1-to-1 and I do have spots open. So if you do want to go deep, and my work truly, it's not like a bragging thing. It just is what it is. It really is a world-class healing. And not many people, as gifted as many people are, they just can't do quite what I do because I go so deep, so far, and so many things change in your life. Like you just can't imagine what will change. So anyway, so for me, it's that I want to feel free. And another thing, when you seek freedom for itself, just like when you seek happiness for itself, you actually bind yourself and you trap yourself. Now, I learned this a hard way. I used to constantly seek freedom. And it meant that I would put myself into situations that would trap me, like awfully trap me, big traps. Whew. And so I learned that the hard way, and it took a lot of years, and it still is in process, but it took a lot of years to really undo that damage. So, and the damage from just seeking freedom above, like just for freedom's sake and not really thinking about if other people have freedom or not. Right? Because that's one of my highest values is freedom, having my own choice. I'm completely resistant to authority. Like didn't fall for any of the media propaganda stuff. I saw through it from the very beginning back in 2020 and back in 2000 and I think 3 with the Iraq war. I was like a party of one, basically saying, are you not seeing what's happening? So I basically am a free-minded person. And so my whole point for saying this is look the thing in your own life. What is it that you really want? What is it that you maybe even have that you used to want? And allow yourself to look inside and ask, okay, well, how can I give this away? How can I help other people get this too? And now if you're just constantly selfish, looking to gratify your own desires, and, even if you have the best intentions, you could even hear this and go, no, I don't have that, and then just turn this off. But believe me, our unconscious mind, and this is me as a subconscious mind worker over the last 14 years, I'm a deep explorer and experimenter in life and in the subconscious. And people come to me, they have no idea that they have these problems. And I don't like give them these problems. I open them up to see why are these certain things happening in their life? Why do they have a pattern where they keep getting dumped or they keep getting in fights or their business goes in boom and bust, or they have money but they hide because they're scared of being judged and it keeps happening and then people keep judging them over and over and over again. Why do these things happen? And it just seems like it's facts. It's like, well, this is just how life is. Men are just this. Money is just that. People are just that. No, that's just you. And the people you know, because we attract like-minded people, and it comes down through the generations as well, through generational patterns and even generational curses, which are a real thing. And so you have to understand that when people come to me and they do this work, a whole Pandora's box opens of stuff that they had no idea that they were thinking, feeling, memories that were locked away that they don't remember until we take them in. They go, oh my God. The other day, a client of mine, her memory took her back to the first day she was born. That gave her a fear of change. And she's, a full grown woman now with a successful business, but she has this fear of change and this need to hold on to things to keep them the same way. And incidentally, she's also one of my pain healing clients. She came to me, I think we just had our 9th session, and after only 6 sessions, she went from not being able to walk properly, like literally she would always talk about, she tried to walk up a hill, her calves and ankles would burn so much that she'd have to sit down. If she drove long periods of time on a traveling trip, she'd have to really recover because she'd be in a lot of pain. She couldn't walk a mile because she'd be in so much pain. And now after 6 sessions where we literally connected her to the pain, we turned it into an object, which it is in your body because it's an actual force field of energy. It's a personality, it's a sub-personality. And then we can, you have to try it. You like, listen to it, you ask it questions, you have to know how though, and it will come up and it will talk to you, and then you have to know how to change its mind and dissolve it. So it is a complex method, but the way I guide you through it's very simple because you just call and response, you just copy me exactly. I micromanage the whole thing. And yeah, so now only after 6 sessions, and especially now after 9, the other day she walked 1.5 miles and back, I think, to get lunch for her some place that she's consulting at. And she's able to do all these things that before would have put her in pain, but now the pain just isn't there. And she's been in pain for so long. She even saw a physical therapist for a long time who helped her a lot. But at some point, the physical therapist couldn't do anything else. And she's like, I don't know what to tell you, but I can't help you anymore. So the physical therapist even stopped taking her money. And so she reached out to me, started working with me, and instantly she started getting shifts. And after only 6 sessions, the pain went away. And now she still gets little twinges here and there, but not like this big burning pain that stops her from walking. And if we keep working on it, one day it'll just poof, go away completely. And if it ever comes back, it'll be because there's something in her life she's ignoring and she needs to look at the message again, like the message from the pain. So what is it in your life that you really want? And what have you received? Now, if you believe in God, or you can even think of it as infinite spirit, divine, universe, I really don't care what you believe in, as long as you believe in a higher power, I can help you, even if you're vague about what that is, or even if you have very specific, even to, if it's too dogmatic, then you probably won't vibe with me. But if you have like some very specific beliefs about how it works, that's okay too. As long as you understand that we're both talking about the one true creator, right? Even if we see it differently. And when you think about, well, what has God, the divine, given me? Well, my health, for one, maybe for you. Or maybe it's literally spiritual strength or emotional strength or fitness fortitude or things that you've learned, or literally like material abundance. But it's not just about giving away gifts, although you can, especially if you have a lot or if you feel called to. It's about giving yourself. Really giving of yourself. And so this is why in my Spiritual Honey Club, which if you are a change maker, if you're a spiritual woman here to make a difference on the earth, while also knowing that you want to, be prosperous and wealthy and successful in your life too, while helping others get there, which is so funny because this is exactly how I created the Spiritual Honey Club, and I've had to come back around yet again to this. You could call it a block, but it's also an emotional current. So we have the emotional current of the selfishness of well, I don't really want to do it. I just want these things for myself. And I want them to be happy too, but I need this for myself. And so that will cause you to resist. That will cause you not to show up, even though you have something that will really make a difference. And then you have this other emotional current, which is I want to help. Yeah, I know this will make a difference. Yeah, it feels so good to do it. Yeah, I feel so lit up. But which emotional current is stronger? Because if your selfish current is stronger, which a lot of the time mine is and has been, but I am working through it. It's much better than it used to be. But, well, then it's going to overtake you. But you can't just repress it and look away from it. I mean, you can, but not if you want to grow. You have to be willing to look at it and to see the message within the emotional currents, and you have to accept it. So this, God, I've got so much I could talk on this. It really is such a big, complex subject. So whatever is going on in your life, you want to accept that it's a part of you right now and shrug your shoulders. Yeah, it's a part of me right now. And then you want to be like, and you can tell the divine God and really seek God within, because you have to seek God or the divine, whichever way you look at it, and be like, look, God, divine, yep, here's this fault of mine, this selfishness. Oh my God, I don't want to work. I don't want to do this. I want them to be happy, but I don't want to go out of my way. Okay, this is a part of me right now. Okay. Or it could be that you get resentful or angry or whatever yours is. And you go, but I ask you to work on this part of me. I know it can change. It doesn't need to change right now, but by knowing it's temporary, it becomes temporary. And so you don't have to say all that, most of it, but you have to know that by accepting it and knowing that it becomes temporary when you accept it, that's what makes it temporary. Otherwise, it can stick. If you're just like, well, it is what it is and it's never going to change, then it might never change. And if you're like, well, it is what it is and it has to change right now, then it won't change. But if you're like, well, it is what it is and one day it will change and I accept that this is just who I am right now and I have some work to do, well, then it will change. It will actually start changing very quickly. And yeah, so you can work on your emotional currents. And also, I'd like to put an invite out for my Spiritual Honey Club. This is by invite only. It is free or by donation, preferably by donation. But if you want to donate, even just sharing the posts, like sharing my posts, recommending people to me if you do want to give back. But in the spirit of giving, it really is free, but it is invite only for change makers. And Beth, since we know each other, I've actually even sent you a message of it before inviting you. So hopefully, I think I sent it on Instagram on Facebook. Anyway, check it out and let me know if you want to join. We meet twice a month, 2 weeks in a row. And yeah, it's by donation only or free if you can't afford to donate anything, or you can choose to share. And they have been so powerful. You'll also receive all the replays, so you can go through them at your own time as well, and also redo the sessions after you join live. They are so beautiful, deep healings, and literally something that I could charge £1,000 or dollars a month for. Like, this is the type of stuff that people really do charge that amount of money for what I do. And it's just, this is what I've been called to do. It's like a gift from God to you through me. And so this is what I don't know, it just feels right in my system because of the nature of the work and the spiritual teachings. And I do still sell programs, obviously. You can buy plenty of my home study programs. You can work with me one-to-one. I will probably be selling other programs in the future. But right now, this is my core offering. I'm going to be growing this. So yeah, if you are a spiritual woman, a change maker, someone who wants to make the world a better place, but you also don't have like that negative money thing where you're like, well, I don't want any money for myself. It's like, no, we want to all be prosperous. And so we've been doing amazing sessions like to open you up to receive your good, to like these powerful inner child healings, so many things. So send me a message with why you think that you'd be a good fit, a bit about your story, maybe your blocks, and why you resonate with my work, and just let me know you want an invite for the Spiritual Honey Club, because it is really powerful. It really, really is very good. And if you want to work with me one-to-one, no matter what problem you have in your life, like, there is no reason not to work with me, because it helps so many things beyond what I can explain. I wish I had the right marketing talk for it, but what happens is when you have a problem and you face the problem and you find where you hold it in your body and you dissolve it and you change your mind and upgrade your beliefs, then people you meet just start treating you differently. Then your ability to say yes to an opportunity or no to something that isn't right just happens much more naturally. Your intuition accelerates and expands. You become more intelligent, more brilliant, more of a genius in your work, because we clear so many things that are all connected in your subconscious mind, and you feel you have more energized. We can work on any chronic pain you have, or any anxiety, or just overwhelm, limiting beliefs, relationship blocks, whatever problem you have, whatever you want to manifest and call in, my work will help you do that. Now, we can start with a multi-session pack, or if you want to go all in and allow yourself to do like 3 months, 6 months, or even a year. This is like a long-term journey stuff when it's at its best, because we go in, we clear a whole heap of stuff, you feel a whole heap better, and then great things happen. But then guess what? Like, one of my clients who came to me for chronic pain stuff, we also worked on business stuff. and her business was limping along. And in the process, her Instagram grew from 350 followers to 27,000 while we were working together. And now it's into the 30,000s. And she then got a lot of orders in her business because she was on Instagram a lot. She's having so many followers and she sells these beautiful clothes. But guess what? Then she has a new problem, which was overwhelmed from having so many orders and feeling like she's going to let people down. And so then we come in and we work on the next level of problem. And there's always a next level of problem. And you just grow your capacity to handle more in life. You become more strong, happier, more able to give, more able to share, more able to receive. So I'm Kai Clifford, your spiritual guide and energy alchemist. Please share this if you're watching this and you've heard something that resonates for you. If you want the invite to the Spiritual Honey Club, let me know. If you want to check out my home study programs with loads of tapping, spiritual teachings, mindset work, and real practical things that you can apply to your life, go to spiritualsuccessjourney.com/programs. And if you want my free healers ebook, to learn the missing link of forgiveness, which, remember, forgiveness is a manifestation method, and it's also what gets you into this kingdom of heaven. And remember, heaven is a metaphor for your state of mind. So you got heavenly states and you got hell states, basically. And so forgiveness is so key. And it doesn't just teach you about that. We've got other tapping scripts, things about more keys that people are missing out in healings and like what you can do instead. So you can message me for the link for Healers ebook, or just go to spiritualsuccessjourney.com/healers ebook. And once this is uploaded, I'll put it in the comments or the description as well. And so what else? So did I say the Spiritual Honey Club? Message me for that. If you want the invite. And yeah, if you want the one-to-one work, I do have spots open. It is my favorite thing. It will blow your mind. It will, it always does. You can look at my reviews on my website, spiritualsuccessjourney.com, if you want to look through all the reviews. In fact, that's not all of them. In fact, I haven't added to it for a very long time. But there's so many on there that it really speaks for itself. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your presence, your time, and your energy. Make sure you join my email list by getting my Healers ebook at spiritualsuccessjourney.com/healers ebook. Okay, gorgeous. I'll see you soon. And yeah, have a fabulous day.